डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
नमस्कार मित्रों, I Dr. Himanshu Patel welcome you from the Chaitanya studio of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University. We are in lecture series for the course BCA, Bachelor in Computer Application, and we are in paper 105 Microsoft Office Suite. In today's session, we will learn about Microsoft Word, which is covered in your Unit 2 of Block 2. So, let us start. After going through this lecture, you should be able to know how to start Microsoft Word. You will understand the interface of Microsoft Word, that is, when you open Microsoft Word, there are certain parts displayed on your screen. So, you will understand each and every part of Microsoft Word when you start Microsoft Word. The third topic we will cover is understand and know to save and open a new document. In Microsoft Word, each file is called document, and we will understand how to save your file and how to open and create a new document. We will learn some basic features of formatting your document. So, you will able to know how to format your document. So, let us start. The topic that we cover is what is Microsoft Word, how to start Microsoft Word, what is the Microsoft Word interface is, that is different part of Microsoft Word when you open Microsoft Word for the first time, and what are the things you should know before starting or learning Microsoft Word. So, there are certain basic things that you must understand before start Microsoft Word. Now, we will learn some of the basic features of Microsoft Word, and we elaborate some more features of Microsoft Word, and finally, how to close once your document is finished, how to close Microsoft Word. So, let us start with what is Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is an example of word processing software. Now, you might have question, what is word processing? In earlier days, we used to type using typewriter. So, what is disadvantage of typewriter is you cannot correct the text, you have to correctly type the content, otherwise you may not be able to edit it. So, word processing means to prepare letter, to prepare project report you are preparing is called word processing. So, we can say Microsoft Word is an example of program called word processor. Now, word processor are used to create and print text document in much same way that you would use a typewriter. But what is the advantage is in Microsoft Word you can make changes easily, including correcting spelling, adding, deleting, formatting and relocating text and inserting images. Now, all these features are not possible in typewriter. You just simply type plain text, but in case of Word, since your document is in digital format, you can easily type the text, correct the text, you can also check spelling and grammar mistake in your document, you can save your file and send as an attachment to email, you can share this file with anyone, it can be easily edited, there are many formatting features available and much more in Word available that you can apply to your document. You can even insert images, you can align your text, there are many features available in Word. So, these are the benefits of using any word processing software including Microsoft Word. So, this is the basic advantage of Microsoft Word. Now, once you create your document, you can effortlessly print it, save it for later modification or send it to a friend via email. As I mentioned earlier, The advantage of digital format is that we can easily edit our document, we can easily print it on printer for taking hard copies, and we can also send these file as a document to your friends or whatever recipient via email. So, these are the basic advantage of Microsoft Word. Remember, it is a called word processing software or word processor simply. Now, the first question we should in our mind is how to start Microsoft Word. First, you need to install Microsoft Word on your computer or laptop or on desktop. So, once it is installed, there are two ways you can start your Microsoft Word. You can see in figure that there are two options. When you installed Microsoft Word, it will ask whether you want to create shortcut on desktop. So, if shortcut is created on your desktop, you just simply double click on that icon and it will start. The another option for opening Microsoft Word is you have to go to start menu, you have to select program, you have to select Microsoft Office, and inside Microsoft Office you will find Microsoft Office Word and the version name. So, this is second option. In first option, we have shortcut like this is available on your desktop, and by double clicking on these you can open your Microsoft Word. So, these are the basic method for opening Microsoft Word. Now, when you open Microsoft Word, you will see something like shown on screen when Microsoft Word is open. So, let us try to understand each and every part of Microsoft Word interface. So, on top of the screen you can see the first line, which is blue, is called title bar. Now, as it is on top, it is called title bar. Now, it depicts two things importantly. The first thing is icon for Microsoft Word, then there is a name called document 1. By default, whenever you open Word, it gives first file name as a document 1. Later on, while saving your file, you can change it, but initially it displays document 1, and then there is a software name. Now, Microsoft product use same kind of feature, look and feel for all the software, whether it is a Excel, whether it is a Word, whether it is a PowerPoint. So, these line remains same, only things changes depend on software. So, here it is a Microsoft Word. So, it displays Microsoft Word. On right hand side, you will find there are three buttons: minimize, restore and close. So, using these you can either minimize your window, restore it, or you can even close your window. So, this is the first line of Microsoft Word interface. The second line immediately next to it is menu bar. You can see there are 9 menus: file, edit, view, insert, format, tool, table, window and help. So, there are 9 menus available in Microsoft Word. Now, we know that what is menu. Menu is a set of command that you can use to perform certain action or execute some command on your text. So, these menus provide different functionality depending on its name. For example, file menu provide you facility for working with your files or Microsoft Word document. Similarly, edit may provide you features like cut, copy and paste, find and replace, like this. So, these are the menus that you can use to perform some action on your text. So, next line is menu bar. Inside menu, these are called drop down menu. When you click on these menu, it will show a drop down menu items, and from drop down menu items you can select any option that you want to apply. Now, immediately next to menu bar is standard toolbar. Now, what is standard toolbar? So, standard toolbar means it provides you a standard option. Now, what are the options provided by standard toolbar is, it allows you to create new file, open file, save file, print file, spell check, cut, copy and paste. So, these are the standard options available in standard toolbar. That is why it is called standard toolbar. Immediately next to it is formatting toolbar. The fourth line is formatting toolbar. As its name suggests, it provides you with set of options which can be used for formatting your document. Formatting means you want to apply font, you want to change the size of font, you want to align your text, you want to arrange your text into 2 columns like that. So, these kind of options are provided by formatting toolbar. Now, this white area, which is large area, is called editing area. Editing area is an area which actually you insert your text, images or whatever the content you want to add. So, editing area is area where you actually put your content, right. Now, at the bottom you can see there are 2 lines. This line is called drawing toolbar. Drawing toolbar provides you option for drawing shapes, fill it with some colors and you can also apply border line and these kind of features, word art, clip art. So, these kind of features you can apply from drawing toolbar. The last line is a status bar. Now, which is important for us, it displays many useful information that we are going to discuss in next slide. Now, here when your content is larger than display area, 2 scroll bars are automatically appear on the screen. So, here you can see scroll bar, this is called vertical scroll bar and this is called horizontal scroll bar. Now, vertical scroll bar is used to vertically scroll your content and horizontal toolbar allow you to horizontally scroll your content. So, we have discussed almost all features of Microsoft Word interface. Here you can get help also. So, this is a help pane or here you can search help. So, this is a Microsoft Word interface. I hope you can understand. Now, let us try to understand what actually status bar displays various options, because there are many options available. So, let us try to understand what status bar actually displays. So, here on screen you can see the first thing is current page. Suppose there are 10 pages in your document and you are on 3rd page, these will show you page 3. Now, in our document there may be sections. For example, we have book has a different chapters. Now, every chapter can be considered as a section. Why? Because we want to apply different header and footer in our chapter. So, that is only possible with the help of section. So, suppose there are sections in your document, this second thing shows which section you are working with. So, it displays current section, right. Third is a current page / total pages. Now, for example, our document has a 60 pages and we are currently working on 5th page, then it displays 5/60, that is 5 out of 60. So, third shows on which page number you are working and how many pages are there. The next thing, inches from top of pages, that is your text starts from 1 inch from the top. So, here it shows at 1 inch. So, from where you are from top, how many inches far you are that is shown by these. Then there is a line and column. So, if you are in 10th line, it displays 10th, and if you are on 20th character, it displays 20. So, this is line number and column number. Then there is a record mode, extend mode, and track changes and overwrite mode. Now, these overwrite mode is very useful for us. Other we will discuss later on, but right now we will try to understand what is over. So, what this over indicates? If it is gray like something shown in screen, then it means that you are inserting text. Now, suppose there is a insert key in your keyboard, and if it is pressed, then what will happen? Your content is overwrite. That means old content is erased with new content that is typed by user. So, in that case, these over results in black. That means its color becomes dark, so that you can understand now I am going to replace old text with new text, right. So, this is a useful indication. Suppose you do not want to do that, that means overwriting. What you have to do is simply again press insert key, so that it toggles, and again this mode becomes insert mode. So, there are two modes, insert mode and overwrite, which is indicated by these. And lastly, it shows spelling and grammar check. This is only available from 2003 onwards. So, I hope you understand status bar. It displays many useful information. Now, let us move to next topic. Now, in your text, there are many times said left click or simply click, right click or double click. So, how to do that? You can see on the screen. In left click, you have to press your left mouse button. This is sometimes called click only. When I say click, it means you have to press your left mouse button. When I say right click, now this kind of right click is useful to display pop-up menu. That means you can apply bold, italic, underline from formatting toolbar, but you can also apply the same by right clicking and selecting text, and that one menu is appear on the screen. You have already understand these in Microsoft Windows pop-up menu. So, that kind of pop-up menu can be activated using right mouse button. Okay. And finally, when I say double click, it means you have to quickly press mouse left button 2 times, that is known as a double click. So, you can on screen you can see here left mouse click is quickly pressed 2 times, right. Otherwise, it is not considered as a double click. So, you have to understand when I say click, double click or right click. Now, another thing, cursor. Cursor is an indicator used to show the current position for input from keyboard or mouse. Now, there is a editing area we have already discussed. Now, when I type text from keyboard, where it is inserted? So, it is inserted at a cursor position. Now, how cursor looks like? So, you can see on the screen this kind of vertical bar is blinking, so that you can understand this is my position where my text will be inserted. So, cursor is something like this. Next, now to place the cursor, now you can place the cursor at whatever position you desired. So, you move the cursor to the specified location by mouse and press left mouse button. So, you simply click there where you want to place your cursor, and if you want to use keyboard, you can simply use arrow keys for moving cursor into up, down, left and right position. So, To quickly put cursor, you can simply use mouse pointer, or to slowly move your cursor, you can use keyboard. Now, before we proceed, we must understand something like click, cursor, non-printing character, etc. So, now what is non-printing character? Certain characters do not print, but do affect the document layout. You might use many non-printing characters, but you might don't know that this is known as a non-printing character. For example, when I press tab, it will move my cursor to certain characters far depending on tab size. Now, when you press space bar into keyboard, it again provides space, but that is not visible, right. Likewise, there may be other non-printing characters also, which is not shown on screen, but it is there. So, this kind of character is a non-printing characters. Generally, it is not displayed, right, but suppose you want to display this non-printing character on your document, you can do that. How to do that? You have to just go to home and click the show hide button. This button is generally in orange color. Now, you can see on the screen different non-printing character. These kind of arrow marks denotes tab. Normally, tab is not displayed on screen, but when you unable to show non-printing character, it is displayed like arrow. Wherever space in your document, it is shown as a dot, single dot, right. And when you press enter, you results in new paragraph. So, this paragraph mark is something like this. Then some hidden text is there in your document, then it is a shown as a 4 dots, right. And these denotes non-breaking hyphen. Hyphen means suppose you have long spellings like simultaneously and it is not accommodate at the last, it results in break. So, this kind of break is shown by this hyphen. So, this is a non-breaking hyphen, that means sentence is simultaneous, but it is half part is on at the end of first line and remaining part is on second line. So, these kind of characters are called non-printing character. Now, you understand what is click, what is non-printing character and what is cursor. Now, let us move further. We have seen Microsoft Word interface, there is a file menu, right. So, in file menu at the end of list you will find recently used files. Now, how many recently used file means the file that you have opened recently. Now, what is the advantage of recently used file is that you can quickly access them. By just clicking on that file, you can easily open that file. So, how many file you want to display here, that you can also decide. So, recently file list is displayed in file menu at last, and how many files that you want to display can be decided from settings. Now, how to do that? We will also learn that. So, before you start learning Word, you have to set certain options from tool menu, right. So, what are that options is and what does they indicate, we will learn. So, you have to just go to tools menu, then you have to select option and then you have to, then these dialog box will open. Now, from these dialog box you have to verify that whether these option or check box are tick or not. The first is horizontal scroll bar. If it is not checked, you simply check that. Then vertical scroll bar, if it is not checked, you just simply check that, otherwise it will not be shown initially. Then we know that status bar is very important and provide useful features to user. So, you have to check whether status bar is checked or not. Another is formatting marks. So, you simply check all. So, it will be helpful to you. Now, these options are available in View tab. So, View, General, Edit, Print, Save are called tab. Now, where these options are available? From Tools menu, you have to select option. When you select option, this dialog box will appear, and from this dialog box, you have to select this View tab, and inside View tab, you have to check whether these options are set or not. Now, go to another tab called General tab. In General tab, here you can set how many recently used file you want to display in your Word file menu. So, here you have to check recently used file list, and here are how many files you want to display. Generally, we should display 4 entries, otherwise it becomes very large, and if it is 1 or 2, you may not be able to access recently used file properly. So, 4 is the ideal number. So, here you have to verify that it is a 4. If it is not, you can increase or decrease that entry by just clicking on this pointer, right. And we understand measurement units in inches. While you provide your document for printing, suppose you will be asked what are the margins. So, inches will be the right measurement unit for us. So, you have to simply check whether measurement unit is inches or not. Other units are centimeter, millimeter, etc., points. So, here we should have inches, right. So, these options you have to verify before proceed or learn Microsoft Word. Now, Word provides many features for used with text, like you can format your text, you can insert image, etc. But most of the time we are working with text. Now, to apply any effect to your text, you have to simply highlight the text. So, how to do that? We can highlight the text using either keyboard. So, just place your cursor before text you want to select, and then press shift and arrow key in direction that you want to select. So, this is how you can select text using keyboard. Another method is highlight or select text using mouse. So, in that case you have to just go to beginning of text where you want to begin your selection, and you have to press your left mouse button, keep it pressed and move the mouse in a direction you want to select your text. So, these are the two ways in which you can highlight your text. Once it is selected or highlighted, then you can apply effect like bold, italic, underline, alignment, font, etc. So, remember, to apply any formatting you must select or highlight text, and text can be highlighted in two ways, either using keyboard or using mouse. We must use menus. So, how to select menu? Menu bar, drop down menu items, and how to choose menu commands by using Alter key. So, if I press Alter key, all menus are shown underline in certain characters. For example, in file F is highlighted with underline, so that I can understand that by pressing F I can activate file menu. So, it is shown on screen that when I press Alter, which character I need to press to activate that menu. So you just looking at screen and decide which menu you want to highlight or activate. Okay. And another thing is, by just moving your mouse pointer to particular menu, you can activate that menu, and from menu you can use arrow key for moving between drop down menu items, or by just simply placing your mouse pointer on screen, you can activate that command. So this is how we can use menus in Microsoft Word. Now how to exit or close Microsoft Word, right? Now there are two ways to exit from Microsoft Word. You can click on file menu and then select exit option, right? Now we understand how to use Word, means how to start Microsoft Word and what are the different parts of your Microsoft Word interface. Now when you have to close Microsoft Word, how can you do that? So exiting or closing Microsoft Word, you have to click on file menu and then you have to select option exit. The shortcut key is Alt F4. Remember, Alt key, you have to press Alt key and then press function key F4. So this is second way you can exit from Microsoft Word. Now remember, when you exit from Microsoft Word, it will ask or prompt you to save your current file. Now how to do that? So you have to just press save. If you press don't save, your whatever your changes you have made in file will discarded and you cannot save those changes, right? So what you have to do is, you have to select, there are three options available: save, don't save and cancel. So from these options you should have select save, and when you press save button, it will ask you to enter your file name. So give some meaningful file name. For example, if it is later, give name later1.doc. If it is project, you can simply say report1, like that. So you have to save your file and then Word will be closed. So friends, in today's session we have learned how to open Microsoft Word. There are two ways we have discussed. What are the Microsoft Word interface and that different important parts of Microsoft Word interface that you can use. We also discussed some of the important setting options that you have to check before proceed or learn Microsoft Word, and we have also learned how to exit or closing your Microsoft Word. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you and happy learning.
स्वाध्यायः